Masa di Gasora itu
virtual background filter share ambil kursi kak kurang apa sih datanya agak atau belakang nanu atas nanu kamera dia lo saya kartu pernah di kartu ada kartu oh nah dia mana sih kartu lah itu dia itu pak dia hah dia ada kan ucapkan kan oh iya kamu berapa kawan udah berita itu yo no Pak, sudah.
Aplikasinya begini saja. Mana kayak mana punya aplikasi. Habis kan mau dicek nomornya tuh nggak bisa juga.
Jangan, zoom Pak. Hah? Bagian ID ya. Bagian sertifikat. Boleh kan ditarik Pak Jamal. Bagian bahasa Inggris. Staf bahasa Inggris harus mampu IT, tidak boleh hanya bisa mengerti. Tidak bisa kita bikin kelas internasional Pak, betul. Kapan ada staf yang pintar mengerti yang itu aku benarnya.
nggak unggul dia kan kasih semua.
Baik kan ada unggul kasih SDM lah. SDM lah,
Dia pegang kasih pegang sama
baru lagi, dia ngomong ya, maka datangnya tuh kayak SDM, dia mah kada baca mengerti, tidak baca itu, ada masih suara apa, dari jadi kesemangat nih, kita harus bersatu juga bahasa Inggris, oh iya itu bola, tapi tidak di sini memang pertama kali, ini loh apa?
kami yang itu saja begitu lah. Sama peralatan SD sama pabrik itu peralatan berwarna seperti itu. Kita alam ya, kami jangan kalah di pulau-pulau ini gak tadi baik. Oh, banyak ya tadi. Jalan alat satu. Dia mau pertama sudah masuk. Enggak.
Bisa dilempar, bisa dia, tidak ada penangkap jaringannya nih.
Ada di sini.
Penangkap jaringannya udah masuk ke sini anu itu baru menangkap jaringannya udah masuk lagi bahkan ini sini ada dekat
Ada di. Masuk.
bawaan jaringan ini paling apa namanya data sembunyi juga
Ke bawah ya.
Ada ji, Kak. Ada ji nih, ada jaringannya ini bisa di-share.
Ah, dari sana ke bawah.
Bisa di-share jaringannya ini.
Ini enggak berfungsi ini kah? Yang ini?
Enggak ada jaringannya.
Sudah
Tidak ada kapan kartunya.
Iya, ada kartunya.
Bagaimana caranya kembalikan? Om aku
Enggak, maksud gue, Pak Agus itu cuman sediakan ini.
tidak sudah diberikan. Dia hanya nggak pasang tahu. Sudah dah isikan tadi di apa nih di. Hanya berapa gue? Berapa? Baru isi kan? 90 gue.
Belum pindah ke sakti. Bagus.
Mana tadi tuh yang ada? Tidak ada jika dihubungkan kayak di HP dulu baru kasih masuk itu kode-kode atau bagaimana? Harusnya apa yang punya?
Bagus.
Dia pinjam atau bagaimana?
Kenapa? Kenapa?
Tidak tahu jaringannya. Hah? Jaringannya tidak.
Kenapa tidak difungsikan ini?
Nggak pakai ke sini sudah. Hah? Pakai ke sini. Tapi tidak ada. Ini enggak, maksudnya ini anunya kabel ini.
Baik.
Nggak pakai ke sini, jadi nggak perlu ke sini. Kabel jaringannya ke sini, Sar.
Iya. Apa yang pasang? Kenapa tidak dipasang?
Nggak bisa. Ini Sar, nggak ada penangkap jaringannya. Nggak bisa nangkap pipe ini, Sar. Nggak bisa. Iya.
Tidak mau memancat ini.
Oh, nggak ujung mancat.
Tidak jalan dia sudah.
Ya. Ada yang di jalan.
Mana siapa?
Pakai pemeriksaan.
Siapa bilang tidak jalan? Nama berani kali. Itu
Apa kalau pertanyaan juga? Tidak antisipasi. Tidak bukan sebentar. Enggak antisipasi dikasih langsung. Sebentar itu. Sebentar antisipasi. Dia langsung jelek mukanya.
Nggak ada saat diatur no aku capu itu anu wae apa perwaka buah jadi kayak gitu malah buat pilih itu ya
aduh.
apa perwaka buah
Baka batam. Punya kamera.
Mulai ya kita 55 tuh gitu iya
Alien, di Pak masih kaca semuanya. Toh, ya ali ya toh. Dan culuk kan bapak dia agak jadi mana punya sambung kue.
mangga
Dulu Pak.
itu
Nah, ini pada secara langsung ini nah jaringan aku apa pada pakai Pak?
jadi oh matodo kan
Iya Pak. Nah, secara napa milih kabel cili Pak napa milih jasmu.
Betul.
Nah, lagu nala tahu lah musiknya. Apa lagi kurang di situ? Tapi guys, orang lepas. Pak lipat juga mau gerak musik. Oh, mati suara. Sementara dia sama tuh. Iya. Tempatnya dulu. Ay, berarti ke Makilo kita gue. Makilo kita gue. Dia kata suara. Enggak. Tapi mau bicara nih. Lihat tidak kalau mak sambutan apa? Ada Ji, aku ini mana kami? Oh, pokoknya kalau ada boleh. Iya deh, Ren aja aja deh.
Minta tuh buka bangga. Kalau lagi nih,
Tuh, cek bener.
kira kira dong ini kan tempat gue.
Oh, kalau mau pakai cuma.
Aja nah.
Mau pakai kebalik. Baterai saya. Oke, coba pecas, Pak. Baterai dia mesti.
Balik baterai anu ketemu
Dan tak cas, Pak. Ada baterai cas.
ya cas ini sama-sama aja mau pakai
Ya, ya.
ini mau pakai sih padahalnya sih ya mau sepuluh dia bilang kapung tuh iya kan orang LinkedIn ini sekarang itu masih di
Mungkin juga dia.
Cek satu dua. Si. Baik, diinformasikan bahwa kursi yang masih kosong di depan itu agar kiranya bisa diisi. Supaya teman-teman nanti ada di belakang bisa langsung duduk di belakang. Ya, jadi mohon kerjasamanya karena sebentar lagi acara kita akan segera dimulai. Jadi sekali lagi dimohon yang kursi kosong di depan tolong diisi. Ayo, kalau Amam mau mulai sudah.
Nanti kita tes. Tes. Jadi tes. Tes. Kita yang MC kan? Tes. Oke. Tes. The next agenda, Tari Padupa by UKM Seni Sang Surya Universitas Muhammadiyah Parepare. Presiden Rapang. Bagus kalau ada bahasanya, ada sedikit bahasa. Misalkan, this is the welcoming dance, special provided for the girls who are the first time coming in our university. Reciting the Holy Quran, bukan reading, reciting, reciting the Holy Quran, reciting the Holy Quran. Nanti by Fayat Bashar, Times Year. Next agenda is the singing, the Indonesia singing Indonesia Raya anthem. All the Indonesians kindly please stand up. Mars Muhammadiyah, Mars Rapam. Welcoming address, the first welcoming address dan sebagainya toh.
Dulu sir, baru pasang sutang. Ini sir, baru WR1. Baru MOU signingnya, just ini nggak usah nih sir. So finish, photo session and closing. Iya sir, masih ada.
Ini nanti ini nggak usah nanti
Saya sebut.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and participants, welcome to the Global Education and Cultural Exchange Program with the theme Bringing Cultures Through Education. We are delighted to have you all today on the 19th. Ini salah nih. As we together to the guests to celebrate the power of education, fostering cross-cultural understanding and cooperation. This forum is proudly hosted by the Mahasiswa Program
Monica. Nih, ada lagi.
Cek 1 2 C. Makanya memang Mister Kuda. C A. Cek 1 2 C. Cek 1 2 C A C. Cek 1 2 C A. Cek
Apa?
C.
Itu? Juga mari udah tuh kayak gitu. Biar ini pesan lain. Dua kita amat. Ya ada kapan bawang? Ini?
Uh, Master of ceremony, kindly go in the front of the crowd, please. We the opening of this event will be started soon.
Cek.
Udah bagus sih junior junior junior. Kalau tidak ada iya biar minus semua.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and participants, welcome to the Global Education and Cultural Exchange Forum with the theme Bridging Cultures Through Education. We are delighted to have you all here today. On the 26th October 2023, as we gather to discuss and celebrate the power of education in fostering cross-cultural understanding and cooperation. This forum is proudly hosted by the Mahasiswa Program Pasca Sarjana Pendidikan Bahasa Inggris at Universitas Muhammadiyah Sidenreng Rapang. The first agenda is performing Tari Pak Dupa by UKM Seni Sang Surya Universitas Muhammadiyah Sidenreng Rapang. Pak Dupa dance is a traditional dance intended to welcoming guests at an event. Time's yours.
Suka suara
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. واعتصموا بحبل الله جميعا ولا تفرقوا واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم إذ كنتم أعداء فألف بين قلوبكم فأصبحتم بنعمته إخوانا وكنتم على شفا حفرة من النار فأنقذكم منها كذلك يبين الله لكم آياته لعلكم تهتدون. ولتكن منكم أمة يدعون إلى الخير ويأمرون بالمعروف وينهون عن المنكر وأولئك هم المفلحون. صدق الله العظيم. ثم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
The next agenda, singing Indonesia Raya Anthem, Mars Muhammadiyah and Mars Universitas Muhammadiyah Sidenreng Rapang by the choir of UKM Seni Sang Surya. All audience, please stand up. of UKM Seni Sang Surya Universitas Muhammadiyah Sidenreng Rapang. The next agenda is welcoming address. The first welcoming address is by General Chairman Mr. Agus Hambing. Time is yours.
The Honorable Vice Rector of Universitas Muhammadiyah Rapang, Sidenreng Rapang, Dr. Andi Astina MSI, the Vice Rector of Universitas Muhammadiyah Sidenreng Rapang, Mrs. Dr. Haja Nur Aini Kasman MPD, And then our special guest, Mr. Luis Miguel Oliveira de Barros Cardoso, PhD. Welcome, sir. The Vice Rector of UMS, Mr. Dr. Haji Samsutang, MPD. The Honorable Vice Rector of UMS, Mr. Dr. Herman Dema, MAP. And then the Honorable Vice Rector of UMS, Mr. Dr. Insinyur Muhammad Rais Rahmat Razak, MSI. All lecturers and staff of Universitas Muhammadiyah Sedenden Rapang, all guests, speakers, and participants from around the world. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Distinguished guests, speakers, and participants from around the world, a very warm welcome to the Hybrid International Conference in Global Education and Cultural Exchange Forum, GECEF 2023. I'm deeply honored to stand before you as the General Chairman of this remarkable event hosted by the Institute for Cooperation and International Affairs at Universitas Muhammadiyah Sedenden Rapang. The theme of our conference today, Bridging Culture Through Education, resonates deeply with the mission of GECEF and embodies the spirit of international collaboration, understanding, and unity. In the world where boundaries are increasingly blurred and where the exchange of knowledge and culture is more crucial than ever, our gathering holds immense significance. Education is the cornerstone of transformation and is transcend geographical, social, and cultural boundaries. It has the power of save individuals, communities, and nations. And through education, we have the means to bridge the gaps between, we have to means to bridge the gaps that divide us, to embrace our diversity, and to foster a more harmonious world. Ladies and gentlemen, over the next 2 days, we will embark a journey, a knowledge sharing, insightful discussion, and meaningful exchange of ideas. Our esteemed speakers and panelists, whose expertise spans of globe, will enlighten us with their wisdom, experience, innovative solutions to the challenge of cultural exchange through education. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to our speakers, sponsors, partners, and organizing committees for their untired support and dedication in bringing this conference into real. It is the tireless efforts that have made this global gathering possible. In addition, I extend my deeply appreciation to all of you, our distinguished participants. Your presence here today, whether in a person or through digital realm, signifies your commitments to the cause of global education and cultural exchange. Together, we are the catalysts for the positive change. As we embark of this intellectual collaborative journey, let us embrace the diversity of thoughts, cultures, and ideas that this conference represents. Let us engage in open dialogue, sharing our insights and learning from one to another. It is through this exchange that we will find the innovative solutions needed to bridge the culture through education. In closing, I wish all of you, my dear participants, please be active and productive to enlighten this conference. Our discussion today be enriching, our connection today enduring, and our commitments to a more inclusive, united world be resolute. Thank you. And if there is a mistake in this conference, please, we apologize. Thank you, and let us commence this transformative journey together. Have a nice conference. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Explode.
The next welcoming speech by Head of the Institute for Cooperation and International Affairs, Mr. Dr. Andias Rifan, MPD. Time is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan. The Honorable and our Excellencies, the four Vice Rector of Universitas Muhammadiyah Sidenan Rapang, the Vice Rector 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have complete Vice Rector today, my dear Professor Luis, and then also the director of the graduate program of Universitas Muhammadiyah Sidenan Rapang, Dr. Haja Nuraini Kasman, MPD. So complete the very important fourth person, I think, today we have. And then our faculty and staff and students who join our conference today in two modes, face-to-face and online session. Distinguished guest, scholar, educator, and cultural esteem that we have today. It's an honor to have especially our guest lecturer today, Professor Luis from Portugal. So that's the first time when we arrive in Tarakan, I think. And then the first time we meet physically, since we know each other starting in 2020, I think, when the COVID-19 attack, not only in Indonesia and in Europe, but also around the globe. So we are limited to go around the area, I think. And then there's, I'm personally very happy to meet you. The first time arrive in Tarakan, and then, wow, this is Mr. Luis that we always meet a dozen of conference and academic event that we meet online session, right? Thank you so much, and it's our honor to have you. And you know that Professor Luis, the first time visit in Asia, not only in Indonesia, but Asia. We are very lucky, and thank you so much. Thank you so much. our theme today is bringing culture through education. Could be more timely and relevant in today's interconnected world. As the head of this Institute for Cooperation and International Affairs, I'm deeply committed to promote the dialogue, understanding, and collaboration across the border. Our mission aligns perfectly with the spirit of this conference. We try to combine the two keywords here, the culture and the education. So, a part of her culture, I think we have introduced what is Indonesian has exactly. Starting to introduce some tribe not only in South Sulawesi but also in the Borneo, Kalimantan, a couple of days ago. In Tidung, and then we move to Makassar. I think you feel very different taste of food, a very different hospitality of the people in Kalimantan and also Indonesia. I think hopefully you also feel how the people in the city and then how the people in the regency have the different foreigns. I think that we meet the people in the restaurant of La Bugis last night, my dear professor. And then I extend my hearted gratitude to our speaker, partner, and especially for the organizing committee, mahasiswa program pasca sarjana pendidikan bahasa Inggris. Give applause to all the organizing committee. And the last but not the least, I wish all of us a productive and inspiring conference. And the connection we make, the knowledge we gain, and also the friendship we form during this today, and then we try for tomorrow be lasting. And together, let us champion the cause of bridging culture through the education and strive for the more connected and a harmonious world. And I thank you for being the part of this significant event. Thank you so much. Nasrul minallah wa fatul karib wa bashir mu'minin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
The next welcoming speech by here the English Department Gratitude Program to Mr. Dr. Andi Sadapoto M. Hum. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much for this opportunity. First of all, I would like to say Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The second, I would like to also say my profound God to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, who has given us a good opportunity so we can assemble in this good place. Salawat and taslim for Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the last prophet who has spoiled Kafirun plague and maintained Islamic plague all over the world. Okay, the third, I would like to also say my deep appreciation to our excellencies, Professor Lois, as a guest of our today. And the fourth, I would like to also say my deep appreciation to all vice of rector, from the first vice rector, the second, the third, and the fourth. And the last, I would like to also say my deep appreciation to the director of postgraduate programs of Muhammadiyah University of Sidenren Rapang. Okay, and especially appreciate from the committee of postgraduate students program, especially for the first, the first this is the first year, sir. So we do appreciate for them because they are successfully to conduct these programs. Okay. And also all of the participant, lecturer, and students who attend these programs also. Thank you very much. Okay, so we would like to inform the main aim of these programs is the first, encourage a scientific insight or knowledge. Okay, so we try to invite the speaker from abroad to make or change the insight of our students so they can think globally. Okay, that is the first. And the second, we also encourage our students to make collaboration. Okay, not only our students but also university. So we can many collaborate with abroad, so we can successfully to increase the ranking number of our university. And also, I would like to give you example. Actually, our university opened some scholarship for abroad. But there is no students for abroad. This is why the importance of our collaboration is must. Okay, and the next, okay, publishing a new research finding. This is a good opportunity to publish our finding research, even qualitative, quantitative, and research and development result. Okay, this is the main aim. I think enough for today. Billahi fisabilil haq, fasibukul herat. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
The next welcoming speech by Vice Rector 4 to Mr. Dr. Haji Samsutang MPD. Time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahilladzi an'ama alaina bil imani wal islam, asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la syarikalah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Allahumma shalli wa sallim wa barik ala Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajmain. Amma ba'd. The first I want to say the honorable to Mr. Professor Luis Miguel de Oliveira de Varos Cardosa, PhD. Sir, thank you for your coming here. The first come into Indonesia and directly to University of Muhammadiyah Sidin Rapang. Thank you. And then the honorable to all vice rectors. The first, the second, and the third, and all participants, wherever they are, especially in this room. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, esteemed speakers, scholars, and delegates from around the world, it is with great pleasure and a deep sense of pride that I extend you all heartiest welcome to the Hybrid International Conference in Global Education and Culture Exchange from Forum 2023, hosted by the Institute of Cooperation and International Affairs at University Muhammadiyah Sidin Rapang. Before I continue this open speech, I want to say to Mr. Professor Luis that we have five faculties and 18 departments. Yeah, 15 S1 and 3 S2 programs, and maybe consists of more than 2,000 students here. Ladies and gentlemen, so I stand before you as a vice rector of Al Islam Muhammadiyah Conference International, and I'm deeply honored to integrate this significant event with them, bridging culture through education. Education is built not often with civilization have been built, knowledge has been transferred, and culture exchanges have thrived. It is a universal language that knows no boundaries and offers the promise of brighter, more interconnected world. Our gathering here today reflect how shared commitment to harnessing the power of education to bridge the gaps and may exist between culture and to promote understanding and collaboration on the global scale. Our institute, University Muhammadiyah Sidin Harapan, is dedicated to nurturing an environment of intellectual exchange and cross-cultural learning. So, this conference is a testament of our enduring belief in the transformative powers of education. And it is a platform for scholars and educators from around the world to come together, share their experiences, and pave the ways of innovative solutions. Over the next 2 days, maybe, or only 2 days, we will have the privilege of hearing from distinguished experts and practitioners in the field of global education and culture exchange. Their insights and experiences will be undoubtedly inspire and inform our discussions and encourage you all to actively engage in the fields of knowledge that they will offer. So I would like to express our sincere appreciation to just speakers, especially to Mr. Prof. Luis Miguel Oliver de Boris Cardosa, PhD, who has come indirectly to this event, and then the sponsors, partners, and dedicated organizing committee for their invaluable contributions as making this conference a reality. Their unwavering support to being instructed in bringing us together for this global dialogue. And the last, to our participants, where you have joined us in person or virtually, you play a powerful role in shaping the success of this event. Your diverse perspective, research, and question of culture exchange through education are the driving forces behind the transformative discussion that we will embark upon. As we commence this intellectual journey, I encourage you to embrace the diversity of thought and culture that this conference represents. Let us seek to find common ground, explore innovative approaches, and nurture lasting connection that will transcend the confines of this gathering. And then the last, including, I wish us all simulating and productive conference. May our shared experiences, interactions, and insight be a source of inspiration of continuous dialogue and cooperation beyond these 2 days. Thank you for being a part of this FACES event. Let us join hands in our project, bringing culture through education and creating a more interconnected and rich world. So I close my speech by reading Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and thanks for your all attention. Thank you.
And the next, official welcome and opening remarks by Rector of Universitas Muhammadiyah Sidenreng Rapang, Profesor Dr. Haji Jamaluddin Ahmad, that will represented by Vice Rector 1, Dr. Insinyur Muhammad Rais Rahmat Rasak, MSI. Time is yours.
The Honorable Mr. Professor Luis Miguel Oliveira de Barros Cardosa, PhD. Welcome to my campus, Universitas Muhammadiyah Sidenreng Rapang. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. One again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain amma ba'd. The Honorable and the Excellence, Mr. Professor Luis Miguel Oliveira de Barros Cardosa, PhD, the Polytechnic Institute of Porto Alegre, Portugal. The Head of the Institute for Cooperation and International Affairs, Mr. Dr. Andi Asripan, SPD MPD. The Head of English Department Graduate Program, Dr. Andi Sadapoto, MHUM, and Mr. Dr. Sam Hermansa. The Vice Rector for Dr. Andes Haji Samsu Tang MPD. The Director of Graduate Program, Dr. Haja Nurjana Nur Aini Kasman MPD, and the Vice Rector 2, Dr. Andi Astina Adnan MPD, and the all dean, faculties, and the leader of Prodi, the all staff, and the student, and as invited to join this conference, and all speakers for 11 countries around the globe. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, esteemed speaker, scholar, and participant from across the globe. It is with great honor and immense pleasure that I stand before you today, representing Director of Universitas Muhammadiyah Sidenreng Rapang, Mr. Profesor Dr. Haji Jamaluddin, SOS MSc, yang sekarang sedang menjalani ibadah umroh. And I am as the Vice Rector for Academic Affairs, I extend to you all a warm and heartfelt welcome to the Hybrid International Conference in Global Education and Cultural Exchange Forum, GECEF 2023. Our conference hosted by the Institute for Cooperation in International Affairs carries the fruitful theme Bridging Culture Through Education. We gather here today not only as representative of our respective institution, but as champion of the transformative power of education and cultural exchange. It is this theme that brings us together, for in education we find the pathway to understanding, cooperation, and unity. Our goals is to explore together how education can serve as a bridge between culture and a catalyst for international collaboration. Muhammadiyah Sidenreng Rapang University is a university from the merger of STKIP Muhammadiyah Rapang and STISIP Muhammadiyah Rapang, and on 18 February 2019 it became Muhammadiyah University of Sidenreng Rapang. Currently managing 5 faculties, 1 postgraduate and 18 study program. UMS Rapang is also part of the co-branding of Muhammadiyah Higher Education, which manages 47 study program. Since 2020, UMS Rapang has been included in the main cluster in the research and service sector of the Minister of Education and Culture, and this cannot be separate from the participation and activeness of electors, students in carry out service, research and publication activity. Universitas Muhammadiyah Sedanan Rapang is committed to fostering an environment of academic excellence, cross-cultural learning, and global engagement. We believe that through the sharing of knowledge and experience, we can promote a world where diversity is celebrated and cultural boundaries are diminishing. Over the next 2 days, we will have the privilege of listening to and engaging with renowned experts, scholars, and participation in the field of global education and cultural exchange. Their contribution will inspire and guide our discussion and encourage all of you to actively participate, ask questions, and share your own insight. I extend our heartfelt appreciation to our distinguished speaker, the all sponsor, partner, and the decided organization committee. Your unwavering support has been essential in bringing GE-CEF 2023 to fruition. This conference wouldn't be possible without your dedication and commitment. To our participants, whether you have traveled to join us in person or are connecting with us virtually, your presence is a testament to your shared commitment to our mission, your diverse perspectives, and your dedication to the cause of cultural exchange, through education, and our discussion. As we embark on this intellectual journey, I encourage you all to embrace the diversity of those culture and ideas that this conference represents. Let us engage in open, respectfully, and fruitful dialogue, and let us seek out innovative solutions that can help us bridging culture through education. In closing, I wish all an engaging and productive conference. May the connection we forge, the insight we gain, and the shared knowledge continue to inspire collaboration in understanding long after the days. Thank you for being a part of this significant event. Together, we shall champion in the cause of bridging culture through education and work toward a more interconnected and harmonious world. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me open this agenda hybrid international conference call for paper, the bridging culture through education, by singing Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nasr minallah wa fathun karim wa basrul mu'minin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
And the next agenda is photo session. So I invite all of lecturers, committee, and participants to take a picture together with Mr. Luis. So I invite to come forward to take a picture together.
For the first session, maybe to all the leader of Universitas Muhammadiyah Sidrap, to move your position in the front of this the desk. Okay, you in the middle, my dear professor. Pak Dekan izin Pak, silakan Pak. Kepala LPKA, saya lupa juga LPKA. Silakan. Kaprodi LKKUI silakan. Silakan LKKUI, LPKA dan Kaprodi silakan. Oke. Oke, siapa lagi? Oke, kita mundur mungkin ya, mundur. Ya. Mungkin supaya seimbang. Okay, the next section of in this photo session, we invite adik-adik dari panitia dulu. Panitia pelaksana, silakan naik semua dulu. Panitia pelaksana, the organizing committee. Ya, tetap. Stay in your position, my dear professor. I'm really sorry. Okay, organizing committee. Silakan adik-adik panitia di belakang dari mahasiswa pasca sarjana. Silakan. This person behind this conference. Yes. Okay. One. Okay, 1, 2. Okay. Okay, hurry up. 1, 2. Stay on your position. Okay. Berikutnya adik-adik penari silakan. Ada Ibu Irma juga boleh gabung as the chairman. Okay. Next, all the lecturer, postgraduate. Sebentar sekali. Jam 10 baru jam 5 dijadwal.
From Sulawesi, there are Makassar ethnic, Bugis ethnic, and Mandar, and also Toraja. Okay, before we continue our agenda, we have to break for 5 minutes to enjoy the meal. So before we have to Mr. Luis to be a keynote speaker, so we have to break for 5 minutes.
Oh, berat sekali tadi anunya. Karena dia ada animasi tuh video. Jadi saya bilang PDF kan saya. Oh, 600 lebih. MB kan dia pakai video anu kan. Oke. Sudah ada. Coba di download. Ada. Ada tuh? Itu presentasi.
Okay, so we will continue our agenda. So right now, we add to the main agenda. Before we dive into the exciting discussion and presentation that await us, let's take a moment to reflect on the importance of our theme, bridging cultures through education. In an increasingly interconnected world, it is essential to recognize the role that education plays in promoting peace, tolerance, and mutual respect among diverse cultures and societies. Through education, we can build bridges that connected people from different backgrounds, enabling them to learn from one another and work together towards a brighter future. Throughout the forum, we encourage active participation and engagement from all attendees. Feel free to ask questions, share your experiences, and exchange ideas with fellow participants. This forum is not just about listening, but also about fostering meaningful dialogue and collaboration among educators, students, and professionals from around the world. Lastly, we hope that this forum will inspire you to continue working towards bridging cultures through education long after it concludes. Together, we can create a more inclusive and understanding global community. So right now, we invite proudly present to keynote speaker, Mr. Luis Miguel Oliveira de Barros Cardoso, PhD. Time is yours.
Yes, of course. Assalamu alaikum. First of all, I would like to say thank you to this university. I would like to say thank you for the kind presence of all the vice directors, deans, head of departments, dignitaries, teachers, students. I would like to thank the opportunity to be here and share some thoughts about education and culture in 21st century. I would like to thank the opportunity to be here in Indonesia and to be here particularly in this university. I would like to thank Dr. Andy Azrifan for the kind invitation. And indeed, it is a pleasure to me to be here in your great country and to establish connections. Because nowadays, this 21st century, we are living in a connected world. And if we think about some of the most important values that we have nowadays to establish a deep and sound and thorough methodology regarding our common future, then these two keywords would be education and culture. So, esteemed colleagues, esteemed students, my dear friends, I invite you to a small journey regarding one of the most interesting trends that we've been working with in Europe in the last years, that is called the Learning Compass. I'm sure we all agree that we have a common goal for 2030. And this common goal is a common horizon regarding education for all, as defined by the United Nations. So this is a common effort. This is an effort that has to be built by connecting continents, by connecting countries, by connecting universities, teachers, and students. And if we go ahead with these connections, then I'm sure we'll be creating opportunities like this conference that is a great example of cooperation. So if you are here now today, it's because of the digital era that connects us, that can establish not just layers of information here in an in-person proximity, but also with online connection that we have with our teachers and students that are here with us today. So, my dear friends, when we analyze the deep impact that we have in this 21st century regarding our common goals, and can we move to the next slide? Thank you. Then we think about what are our common objectives and some of the most important challenges that we have today. Because our society is changing. And it's changing because of the huge amount of information that we have nowadays that can be accessed not just by teachers, but also by students. So if we are surrounded by information, we have to create and establish the opportunity for our students to have the tools, to have the means, and the skills to understand what is true information, what is fake information, how we can work with different levels of information, and how we can connect towards this common objective of 2030 with the good information that we require. Second, of course, we all understand that information and communication technologies are now reshaping our present. And not just reshaping our present, are also building our future. And when we analyze what are the most important trends that we have nowadays, then we are going to establish education and technology as one of the most important trends. And these keywords, education and technology, are here to help us understand the need to connect again. And the need to connect in this constantly changing social relation society that is now multicultural, that is now building bridges through language, through literature, to different arts, as we have seen here today with this extraordinary performance from the dance team. So this endless flow of information that we have in this 21st century has to be analyzed according with the goals we have in each and every department, faculty, and university worldwide. So what are our priorities? Because if we have a new mindset, if we have a new framework, then our university has to be able to adapt. So let's try to understand how education and pedagogy can cope with these transformations. So next slide, please. According to the report to UNESCO from the International Commission on Education for the 21st century, we have to consider now 4 pillars of education. Number 1 is learning to know. Of course, we all agree that knowledge is the basis and the foundation of our society, is the basis and the foundation of universities, and it's because of sharing knowledge that we can create educational systems. Second, learning to do. Today, we have to connect the knowledge to the real world. This is why our universities have to establish a deep comprehension about what the labor market wants, for example, what the organizations want from us, universities, what the private sector, what the public sector wants from us. So learning to know is connected with learning to do. Students must understand that knowledge is highly important, but also the skills to manage the knowledge. And number 3, learning to live together. So we are here present in person, having the opportunity to connect and live together by sharing experiences, namely through culture. So when we think about this 3rd pillar, then we can go ahead to the 4th one, learning to be. And what is learning to be? Learning to be means that we connect knowledge, the way we are dealing our work with the labor market, and how we can understand one another. How we can understand that each and every one of us has different characteristics. So if we connect all this, then we are learning to be. And this learning to be opportunity is, of course, about having no frontiers. Next slide, please. And having no frontiers is what happens today when we analyze how technology can help us overcome barriers. Technology can help us overcome frontiers. For example, if we want to visit the Guggenheim Museum in Spain, we can go in person, but we can visit the Guggenheim Museum online because we have online tours. So, esteemed students, of course, it's a great experience to be at the Guggenheim Museum, but you can also visit the Guggenheim Museum with an online visit. This is also happening with several museums, several monuments. This is true in a worldwide perspective. This is why when we think about, for example, how I can visit the National Gallery. Well, I can go to the National Gallery, of course, but I can also visit the National Gallery online. So this is what technology has been changing about our connection with culture, about our connection with language, with different continents, with different countries. And on your right, for example, you have 2 portraits about how technology is now enhancing our experiences, namely through augmented reality. And with augmented reality, we have different solutions, different perspectives to change the way we address, for example, our heritage, paintings, sculptures, different types of art that we can engage with. So, again, we have to take a look at our common horizon. All this is a set of trends regarding this new focus. And this new focus is a new focus for all universities, is a new focus for all polytechnics to come together and work together in common solutions. For example, the European Union has been creating several paths of cooperation between our countries in Europe, eliminating borders, eliminating frontiers, creating opportunity, for example, for our students to have exchange programs, for our teachers to have exchange programs. So one of the most important and mandatory things that we have now in Europe is that we have to follow this Bologna process that started a few years ago. This means that our educational systems are all aligned with the Bologna process. This means if, for example, a student from our university, from our polytechnic wants to study in Germany, wants to study in France, wants to study in Italy, he can go there because the curriculum will have several characteristics that are similar to the degrees we have in Portugal. So these similarities create the possibility of exchange. These similarities create opportunities to network. And nowadays, we also are on track with a very important trend that is to increasingly work in an autonomous way. This means that our students are encouraged to work in an independent way. This is aligned with the latest reports from UNESCO, from the OECD, and of course with the SDG Quality Education regarding 2030. So when we think about the diversity of forms of learning and the challenges we have nowadays, we truly understand that everything is changing in our educational systems. So nowadays we are talking about personalized teaching strategies because teachers understand that classes are different, students are different, and we have to respect the characteristics of each and every one of them. We have more and more collaborative teaching. This means that teachers from different departments work together in projects, in research opportunities, can create networking opportunities even inside the same university. This also means that new methodologies are now being adapted in a thorough way, namely problem-solving teaching, project work. We are encouraging communication and work with our students. We are motivating students, creativity, and we are using technology to enhance the knowledge of our students, but also give them tools to connect with the real world. So this is where AI and VR and AR come together. This is where new technologies can help us understand these new challenges that we have today. When we are using immersive learning strategies, for example, our students truly understand the need to understand technology. So technology is not here just to help us, it's here to help our students to engage in a thorough way regarding, for example, the labor market, what corporations want from us, and most of all, what our students can do with technology. But of course, we also have to guide them